Good morning, students. I'm going to teach you computer today. First, we will see in the syllabus month-wise. As you can see in the picture, I have mentioned the syllabus month-wise. Here, I have mentioned categories of computers and computer languages in the month of April. Like chapter 2 in the month of May, chapter 3 in the month of May, chapter 4 in the month of June, and chapter 5 in the month of June. Now, chapter 1, categories of computers and computer languages, which I have divided in two parts, part 1 and part 2. In part 1, we will discuss about the topics types of a computer, computer languages, machine language, assembly language, and high level language. Then after, in part 2, we will discuss fourth generation language, language processes. Then after, exercises and question answer of this whole chapter. Let's begin our chapter, categories of computers and computer languages. As we have already know that the evolution of computer we have already studied in class 5th. Now the next, the computer languages and categories of computers. Types of a computer. We are very familiar with the computers. Now I am going to tell you the types of computer. Number 1, microcomputer. Number 2, mini computer. Number 3, mainframe computers. Number 4, supercomputers. So let's take a brief information for these computers one by one. Microcomputers. As you can see in the picture, microcomputer, it is small in size, it is very costly, which we can use in our home, school, shops, banks, offices, etc. The examples are desktop computers, laptop computers, tablet computers. We already know what is desktop computer, students. The computer which we can keep on the desk. Laptop, we can keep it on our lap. And tablet computers, which is smaller and lighter than the laptop but bigger than the smartphone. Next, palm top. Palm top is a device which is used as a computer, but it fits in the palm. Then after, handheld devices. Small devices that can be held in the user's hand is known as the handheld devices. Next, smartphone. A handheld device consists of featuring both personal computer as well as the mobile phone. The combination of both the things is known as the smartphone. Next, games console. A computer device that gives a video signal or visual image as an output, further displaying a video game that the user can play. It provides you a background. It provides you the images, visual images, through which you can easily play the video games in your PlayStations. Next, embedded system. What is embedded system? A combination of hardware and software, where the software is embedded into the hardware, is known as the embedded system. Then after, the mini computers. Mini computers are bigger and more powerful than the microcomputers. They are faster and have more memory than the microcomputers. Next, we will proceed with the mainframe computers. Mainframe computers are large computers and have many terminals connected with a network. It is especially used in the bank or the big organizations are using the mainframe computers because they have a bulk data. They need the faster speed and the larger storage capacity to store the data. Last, supercomputer. As you can understand easily with the name of that computer, the supercomputer means the most powerful computers and have a very high processing speed. It is basically used for the weather forecasting and defense purpose. Now we will move towards the computer language. What is the need of computer language? Computer is a machine. It cannot speak, it cannot hear, it cannot listen. So interact with the computer, we need to know a language which computer can easily understand. So here we will study the 4 basic types of computer languages. Number 1, machine language, which is also called the low level language or the first generation language. Number 2, the assembly language, which is also known as the second generation language or middle level language. And the third one, high level language or the third generation language. And last, fourth generation language. The fourth generation language we will discuss in part 2. Okay, now we will discuss about the computer language. What is the need to understand the computer language? Because a language is a specific medium, is an easy medium to express our feelings, express our thoughts, to communicate with anyone. Like with the computer, if we want to communicate, we need to know its language, so it will work properly. Then computer has to be given instructions accordingly because it cannot take any instructions by itself. Whatever the instructions we will give it to it, it will do the same. So just take how we can talk, how we can communicate with the computer. First, we need to make a program. Now, you have a question, what is program? So, a program is a set of instructions that tells the computer what to do, how to do, or when to do. In a program, we always give the instructions to the computer. The process of writing that specific instruction in a computer language is called the programming. And each programming language has its own specific rules. As we have seen in English, there are some rules for writing the English language. We are using noun, pronoun, verbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and so on. And in Hindi also, we need to know the knowledge of Varnmala, the Akshar Gyan, the Matra, 2-letter words, 3-letter word, then after the formation of sentences, then after the paragraph. Until we know the basic rules of the language, we won't be able to do any specific line in that particular language. We won't be able to write any instruction in that particular language. So the basic rule, to know the specific language where we are going to develop our program. Just take computer language, a chart. By you can see in the here machine language, assembly language, high level language, fourth generation language. Machine language, machine means here we are talking about the computer. We are addressing computer as a machine. We already know computer is a machine. It understands only binary language. Binary means 0 and 1. 0, where 0 means off state and 1 means on a state. As we can see in our home, in the switchboard, on and off. In washing machine, as we press on, it start working. As we press off, it stop. Same with the microwave, same with the mixer grinder, juicer, and so many different kind of machines. So what is the conclusion? All the machine understand binary form 0 and 1. There is a big advantage of it. Machine, if we are talking about the machine language, it is a high speed and very low memory utilization for the machine. It easily understand and learning the machine language by the help of 0 and 1. But it will be very difficult process and the time consuming process for the human beings, because we are not the machine. It will be a difficult task for the human beings to understand everything in the form of 0 and 1. So it is also called the low level language. A machine language or a low level language written on one computer may or may not run on another computer. Very few people opt for specialization in machine language. Next, assembly language. It is also called the middle level language. In this language, we use the mnemonic codes or the symbols in place of 0 and 1. For example, if we doing any calculation in mathematics, we need to add the numbers. In machine language, we will write the instruction in the form of 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. Now we have to add it. It would be difficult for us. If in place of 0, 0, 1, we will simply write an English word add. So it can be directly used by the machine, add, if we are talking about the assembly language. In assembly language, it uses the symbolic codes. So our work would be easier in comparison to the machine language. Next, high level language. High level language, it is simply user friendly language and a language that is machine independent. Machine independent means we can make our program in any machine, and execute in the another machine. So it is very easy to learn and use the high level language. Large number of people started writing the computer programs in these languages. There are the few examples of that: COBOL, Fortran, BASIC, C, C++, Java, etc. So, we will discuss our part 2 tomorrow. Thank you. Good morning, students.